Hello, fanbots of all shapes and sizes. Welcome back to my channel. I, as always, am Adam Lopez Prime, aka Beryllium Baloney, coming at you with another War for Cybertron Siege Transformers review. This time we're going to be looking at my good friend, well, friend, SoundBlaster. He came with Laserbeak and Ravage as well, so it's kind of be a kind of one main and two mini reviews. You know, you can't have one without the other kind of thing. This is the 35th anniversary Walmart edition. I already have a complaint based on the Decepticon logo. I just watched the series. He's got a mercenary logo, and it hurts my feelings. It really does. They couldn't not spoil that part for us, huh? Regardless, let's go ahead and get into it. All right. As with every meal, you start with an appetizer before you get to the main course. So I'm going to start with his buddies here, namely Laserbeak and Ravage. I don't know which way right side up on these guys, which are supposed to be his two cassette buddies. And don't mind the peanut gallery; they also came with him. So we're just dealing with a little bit of an audience. I'm going to start with Ravage because he's my least favorite to transform. The detailing on him is really good. You can see clearly Decepticon logos right there. And then the paint on top's really nice. The rest of him underneath, as you can see, is just kind of a lot of kibble and a lot of plastic. But, he's a tape deck, so what do you do? So first thing you want to do is fold out the legs up top here. Fold the bottom ones out. And then he gets kind of wobbly from this point. So, we're going to pull the bottom legs out. And then push them up. Rotate them. Oh, I did it wrong, but we're going to rotate them back down so his leg comes down. Same for the other side. Rotate it down, and that lets you pull that left leg down and through. Still doesn't look like a panther yet. Bear with me. Fold his front arm down on the right side. Same thing here. They take a little bit of pressure. Fold down. Legs out, and then, oh, okay. He's not, like I said, he's my least favorite of the two. I mean, I like Ravage as a character, especially like in the Beast Wars Ravage, because he was huge, and fairly important. But this guy, I'm not a very big fan of. Can't ever get him really right. Okay, there we go. There is Ravage. See right there, he does have some nice head details right there. If you can see, he's got red, and then the jaw. Also on top again, the paint is really nice, that really shiny silver. And he's got two guns, two hip-mounted guns. They show him, I can't remember if they actually show him firing anything in War for Cybertron, but I know he was used as a more of a just kind of an attack dog, but that fits. Alright, next we'll move on to my preference of the two, Laserbeak. SoundWaves, Spy Comrade. So you're going to fold the wings out from the cassette. I find it easier to push this back piece all the way up because it kind of lets you pull his head out. Boop. Then push that back up and down so you can clearly see the spy as a Decepticon. And then come underneath, lay down. Leg down. That's it. Laserbeak. I like the detail on him too. So that back piece is painted. That nice shiny silver with the Decepticon logo. I believe the rest of it, like the cassette parts, are painted, and then the rest of it's just plastic. But that's fine. Okay. So with those two done, Laserbeak, cooperate. Gonna move them way out of the way. Alright, we're going to take a look at our friend SoundBlaster. So in the package you can see he comes with two different weapons, actually three different weapons. He has a shoulder mounted arm cannon, there's another cannon here, and the pieces for them as well. Alright, so give me 1 second to take him out and we'll take a look. Alright, Mr. Blaster is now out. For those of you that don't know any kind of history on Blaster, there's kind of a couple different tales on him. The one for War for Cybertron, the series is from, he's actually a clone of Soundwave done by Shockwave. And he's a failed clone, and he's fairly sensitive about the matter. So let's show you some of the cool features real quick. He comes with three different weapons. The M2EMXT, the M2LRHD, and the M2 high cap. I don't know what they mean. That's just what they're named. Promise I didn't come up with them. And also one of the coolest features, I'm kind of gonna spoil because I'm just excited to show everybody the real point of getting these guys. And I think also these are not the right combinations for SoundBlaster. There's other minicons, I hate to call them minicons, but they really are minicons, partners that he would come with. I know namely Buzzsaw, who actually took out Omega Supreme in one of the old G1 continuities. But these guys are normally Soundwaves, so I don't think they'd actually associate with what I'm going to refer to as criminal scum. And that's saying a lot considering it's coming from a Decepticon. Alright, so we're going to transform them back. Bear with me on Ravage. Again, there's every time with Ravage I have trouble. And I swear it's by design. That looks right to me. Alright, now I gotta clip that in. So the problem is his legs right there. One goes on top and one goes on bottom. I'm not sure who goes first. They came loose, so I didn't have packaging, so it's really play and hope you don't break anything. Alright, so there's that piece. Same here. Okay, gonna pull it up a little bit. Bottom in, top in. Are we connected? Looking good. Alright, I'm gonna flatten him out on the table. Alright, so the cool feature is, boop, that opens up, and then Senior Ravage. And which way's right up for him? Thank goodness it's not a real cassette player. Just would totally demolish everything, huh? Let's see if Laser Peak needs flipped here. There we go. Laser Beak up front adds a little bit more red to him. Let's flip it out. Because, I mean, he does have a full black aesthetic. So I kind of want to keep that going. See? Real cassette player, I just got a cassette stuck. Costs hundreds of dollars. If you know what a cassette player is, leave a like. Some of the audience doesn't. My faithful Sunbot understands that he's a cassette, but doesn't know what a cassette is or does. So that's fun. There we go. And now he's complete with Ravage. You can see I have the overhead light on here. He's got some awesome light piping in his head. He's got no fist articulation. Not even doesn't even look like he's got a swivel on his fist. Got these cool little doodads there. They look like weaponry, but they're not described as such. Arm can do full 360. Got a nice bend at the knee. Let's see. Oh yeah, kung fu poses. Let's see if the siege line keeps up. Oh yeah, extreme ankle pivot. Just in case you want to get him into some dancing poses. In some continuities, SoundBlaster is actually a combination of Soundwave and Blaster. I know that, I think that was, I don't want to say G1, but I think I'm wrong on that. Either way, I'll do some more research on it. Alright. And then, oh, also on the weapons, you can create the M2 USWHF. So let's do that real fast. One of these comes out. There it goes. Kind of a concealed weapon there. And then we flip this middle one out. And he gets plugged in there. There you go, buddy. Alright, and that guy. He didn't use this in the series, but I assume if he did use this in the series, it would have done some major damage. They show him holding it kind of. So, the way he holds it is kind of interesting because really, it's just way too big for him. But that's okay, because what you can do is turn his head, extend a little bit. Alright. He's almost going to aim down sights on it. You can almost wield the weapon. I don't like it. I kind of like the individuals in the shoulder cannon more. What do you do? Alright. Gonna undo that. I love the kind of crazy stuff it ends up turning into. Like, it seems fairly useless. or it's the perfect Decepticon weapon. It shoots forward and then he shoots himself in the face. So, well, you know, what do you do? All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get transforming. Gonna take away my super weapon here. Okay, so first thing is to straighten him out, and I'm actually going to take out his cassette buddies real fast. Go. Oof, bit of sound. Alright, I do have to say also the paint detail on him is really cool. On the knees and on his case, you can see since he's the siege line, that actually implies that he's been through some war times. Oh, and I'll get into my ranting and raving about the logo. In the series, there's actually a lot of different factions, but there's typically Autobots and Decepticons. In the series, he's got a gray skull-looking Decepticon one, and that implies mercenary. He has no side. He just kind of works for himself. But I would have liked to see him with the mercenary logo on this. But they packaged him as a Decepticon. I don't know if that's spoilers or not spoilers or what it is, but I like him regardless. All right, back to it. All right, folks, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get him transformed to do his new transformation. A bit on the Blaster series, kind of Shockwave series. I know that the original Blaster and Soundwave both transformed into cassette players, which in itself was pretty cool. But their updated designs had to change a little bit because, you know, if there's kids watching a lot of the Transformers series, they don't know what a cassette is or really how to play it. So they had to update just a little bit. So they got new designs. So really what I'm transforming Mr. Blaster here into is a Cybertronian spaceship. Because again, since it's war on Cybertron, he's being a mercenary on Cybertron. So he doesn't have an Earth form as of yet, if at all, really. Okay, so let's see where we gotta go next. I'm going to unpeg the backpack to put away his awesome light-piped head. Boop. Backpack goes back up. And now, let's see, I'm going to pull his arms down and give him that short little stance. And this one I kind of messed up on once. Oh, there's a little antenna. Alright, there's actually a big hinge right there. So you have to pull kind of out, see, and then down. And that kind of helps flip it around. And then it keeps going. There's a peg right there. A peg right there. Let me just get these out of the way. Alright. And on mine they're just kind of snug, so there's not really like a click on them or anything. Alrighty. So let's focus on the arms now. We're going to go down. And make sure that you can kind of see the fist kibble there, but it's for this little piece down there. So down, rotate it that way. And the reason is right there, you can see peg, hole. So oops, this one's kind of it's a soft connection, but the reason being is it turns into kind of a little, like I said, Cybertronian weapon underneath them. So then you can actually pull both pieces up and out. Make sure they stay connected. Everything's lined up. There we go. All right. There's no real anchor down there, it just kind of sits there. Alright. And then we fix his jets. And we're almost good to go. The last pieces are actually, bear with me here, his weaponry again. So they show siege port up here. Siege port up here. These guys, these upper ones don't really lock in too well for me. And they show them at an angle, so they just have to kind of sit there, kind of floppy. But it's okay. I'll leave that one extended. And then this one's an interesting port because I expected a siege port, but there's actually a flat peg hole right there. And there's a peg hole right here. Boop. And it looks like that. Overall, his transformation is not bad, not hard, and I kind of like the spaceship look. There's some little bits that they don't really tell us what they do. There's ones on his shoulders. That one makes sense down here for it being a gun. So he's just got a lot of decked out weaponry. Oh, and also, of course, you never leave home without your faithful sidekicks. Ravage. Oh, maybe I forgot to rewind the tape. Hold on. Is this side A or side B? I gotta. You actually know how to use a tape deck, and unfortunately, I don't remember the last time I've had to do that. There we go. So we can take them with still. All right, I like it. I really do like Blaster a lot. SoundBlaster. In the War for Cybertron series, they peg him as this kind of underhanded mercenary who'd kill you over $1. But overall, the spaceship and his character arc I like, especially being a clone of Soundwave that turned out as different as he did. Alright, and something we did on the Springer video, which I'm going to keep going, is if by chance you buy a used one, and they come in a different mode, so how to go back and forth. Because the instructions obviously only tell you one way, because they're only going to package them one way. A note on pricing on him, it did cost, I'm pretty sure he would have been $39.99 at the Walmart, but being that now he's kind of rare, and he also came with all the little Battle Masters and his tape friends. I'm going to see if I can transform him with them still in there. This guy cost me about $61 total. So not the best pricing, but I really like redecos instead of the traditional colors like on a Soundwave or anything like that. Okay, come back up here. Let's see if I can remember here. Okay, so again using that hinge, and then you want that hinge to go. Mine's fairly tight, so the first time I transformed him, I actually got completely lost because I couldn't understand how he transformed at all. That goes down. That goes down, and his feet for me are some of the easiest pieces. So rotate that one back forward, forward. Make sure that goes in and down. Boop. Overall, like the first time I transformed him, probably not so fun, but every subsequent time I've done it, he's not so bad. See, he's already halfway there. Little battle skirt. I keep playing with the skirt just because I don't understand what it's there for. Alright. And if you don't place the antenna down, there's no peg hole for his arms. So rotate the arms back, peg the arm in, rotate the arm, peg the arm in. Let's get his pretty mug up here. Alright. Backpack goes on. So the black piece and the backpack are separate pieces. So again, one of those ones you kind of have to finagle with a little bit to get it in there. Tuck that away so his backpack looks nice and clean. Not too bad overall. Oh, almost forgot to take out his fists. The one thing I probably don't like is how hollow that part is. But overall, this figure, I really enjoy him. So see these little... This is what I was talking about. They don't really tell you what these are. And it looks like weaponry from my angle. So I'm going to pull out. Let's see if he has... He's just decked out in weapons because he's a mercenary. And I did transform them with Ravage and Laserbeak still in the cassette place. So, no harm, no foul there. I mean, there's a foul. Laserbeak, some kind of bird. Just not sure which one. Condor, maybe? That seems to make sense. Alright, I'm going to put this one here. Gonna put the shoulder guy out here. And then this one. This one actually, actually might be a better like swinging weapon than anything else. Alright. With that being said, I enjoy him and I'd recommend him. He's just an awesome figure to have, and especially with the ability to have minicons always with him. His partners, I'll find out the right name and I won't call them minicons again, I swear it. He's just too cool to pass up if you actually get a chance to. So with that, thank you for coming on this journey, folks. If you'd like, share, subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. Being I only have 3 videos out yet, I'm not expecting much, but thank you for taking the time out.